Well, I spent a couple of years abroad, and with that I suppose I picked up an awful lot of on-the-field experience and found myself in an awful lot of high-pressure environments. And when it was time to come home, I wanted to stay in that line of work. I suppose obviously with journalism there's an opportunity to do that, but what came about while I was abroad was the riots that happened in November 2023, those Dublin riots. And when I was considering my options coming home, it was those riots, I suppose, that inspired me to join the Guards. For some people, I know maybe that would send them running in the opposite direction, but for me it was just kind of an eye-opener that I wanted to be stuck in and get involved that way. And I suppose another thing then as well with the journalism, one thing I was really focused on for the couple of years before I came home was vulnerable people, so the most vulnerable in societies. And there's not a more perfect place, I suppose, to be working face to face with vulnerable people than, I think, it was the Garda response, the regular members on regular units that just picked up their armoury and up they went up to Dublin. Obviously you had your public order units who were front and centre of that, but you had regular guards as well. So it was that for me, I suppose I could see myself hopping into a patrol car and hitting the road for Dublin, no matter where I was stationed in the country. And I obviously had to take that into consideration as well. I'm a Kerry woman, wasn't necessarily guaranteed to be stationed in Kerry. But I suppose the diversity of that and not knowing where the next job could be, also similar to journalism, that was something that really appealed to me.
And where were you working abroad and what were you doing?
So I travelled around East Africa. I worked primarily in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, mostly in Kenya. So I covered a lot of issues like climate change, any type of social issues, violence against women, anything like that. So I really was, would say, face to face with people who were just in the most unimaginable circumstances. And I suppose those skills now can be transferred from dealing with those people over there. I mean, there's an awful lot of similarities in the issues that they're facing over there. Obviously, they are dealing with severe poverty, and we are in a more privileged position than what they would be with, say, in the slums in Nairobi. However, there's so many similarities between what a woman with 6 children is going through in a slum in Nairobi and what a woman is going through with 6 children at home in a house in Castle Island in County Kerry.